All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. I'm going to take a minute here to see who jumps on. If you jump on, say hello. Let me know you're out there. Getting used to this new computer setup thingy here. Let's see, that's not what I want to do. Leave a comment if you guys, there you are. More JD. Oh, didn't want to do that. I'm breaking stuff here. It's got a different layout here, so I'm trying to get used to this layout. I'll get started here in just a second. Crazy week. Busy. Just insanely busy. Traveling. I'm feeling a little congested. I think with all the travel that I've done last week. So if I sound different today, you got to forgive me. Oh, crap. Yeah. Good call, JD. Where is the bow tie? That is a great question. I don't know. Uh, shoot! I already called me out. No bow tie today. Sorry. It's in the other room somewhere. I've already started. I'm not going to restart it. So, my bad. My bad. I know everybody looks forward to the bow tie, and I forgot. I forgot the. I forgot the bow tie. So, thanks for pointing that out. Anyway, let's get this party started this week, and let's talk about what you missed this week. And before we even talk about the shows, I'm going to, first off, shout out to JD who's on here, the S3 show. JD's the host. It is his birthday today. He is 54 years old. So make sure you jump on and say happy birthday to JD on here. Go to the S3 show and just wish JD a happy birthday. Uh, Actually, he's not 54. I believe he's 44 this year, if I'm not mistaken. 44. Sorry. That was close. Morning, Tanya. How are you, dear? Thank you for jumping on as always. Oh, yeah. JD, happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday, man. I appreciate you. Uh, yeah. So last week, obviously, you can see this week I'm back in my home office. Last week, we were down in Dallas, Texas. Great time down there at VetXpo. Shay Sparks was with me. She was one of the people there. We met a lot of new authors and stuff that were there as well. Annette, and I'll get in talking about them here in a minute. But Shay was with us last week, and she was actually the guest host with me last week. We had a always have a great time when Shay and I are together talking and stuff, and it was just very productive trip. Vet Expo, we had an author's corner, a publishing corner, where I talked a little bit about podcasting and doing audiobooks and creating your books. And then, of course, we had, let's see here, we had Shay, Kelly, Annette, and Robert, and we, they've all written books already. And we had a couple of people that come in and kind of asked about what it takes to write a book and stuff, and we kind of had a roundtable, and it was good, and it was nice to be able to network with all of those people and stuff. So, all of you that came out last week down in Dallas, Texas, to see us, thank you so much. I had a blast, and looking forward to next year's. So, uh, and if you want more information about the Vet Expo, go to Gallant Fuse website. gallantfeud.org. It's an organization that I've been supporting for years. It's stuff that I absolutely love to do. I believe in what they're doing. Founder Carl Monger, who's a dear friend and a mentor, wrote a book that we've actually had the first version. He's redone to the second version, and it's talking about finding your azimuth. And they had a ton of great speakers this year. My buddy Boone Cutler, I haven't seen Boone in the latter part of almost a decade. Got to spend time with Boone and do the Spartan Pledge. If you're not sure what that is, look that up. Spartan Pledge, it's awesome. Max Mullen, who's somebody I've been wanting to meet for years, finally got a chance to meet with Max. Annette was there giving a great speech. Bryce did another good. Zach, just everybody there. It was an awesome event. So check that out because it was really something else, and it's something I encourage everybody. If you've been in the military or you're transitioning out of the military, it's an event that you definitely want to go to at least once in your lifetime. So just check it out. Lisa, good morning. How are you? Kaylin, Kay's on the line. Good morning, Kay. Glad to see you got back. All right. All right. Hey, busy week this week. So that was last week at VetXpo, and I was supposed to come home, but I took a detour. I had to go up. I went up to Nebraska to see Little Bird for about 48 hours. That's all I got with him, but I'm grateful for the time that I got to spend. It's probably why I'm a little congested, just because of all the travel and whatnot. But I'm excited to be back here with you guys. I apologize that I'm missing the bow tie. JD's pointed that out already. Forgive me. I forgot to grab it. It's been a crazy, crazy week. And talking about crazy, the shows this week, some of them 2 shows, very, very busy week. So why don't we get started on this, because we got a lot to cover and little time to do it. So first up, we're talking about Goodbye Freedom, the Decision Hour with yours truly. Good morning, Shay. I was just talking about you. Thank you again for coming out last weekend, Shay. It was awesome. This week, the Decision Hour. Goodbye Freedom is the title of it. And many of you may think we're on the verge of losing our God-given freedoms. And we expand the series of Let's Have a Conversation. I say we, John and myself, we expand this series called Let's Have a Conversation. And the topic this week is Goodbye Freedom. And you might be asking, why would we name it that? Look around. Look around to see what's happening in our environment and our society right now. Your God-given freedoms are being taken from you. You no longer have the freedom to say what you can put in your body. You no longer have the freedom of religion, and you no longer have the freedom of speech. So you no longer have freedom. Or do you? So we're gonna have we gone as far to the point that we can't be saved at this point? And I don't think so. We don't think so. So take a listen to this week's Decision Hour as we talk about Goodbye Freedom, what we mean by it when we say that, and how you can fix it. And ask yourself, you really got to sit there, look in the mirror, and ask yourself, is your freedom important to you? So take a listen. That's this week's The Decision Hour. Check it out. And by all means, leave a comment in the section below and let me know what you guys think. Yeah, freedom unless someone is offended. That's true, JD. Well, that's true. All right, next up, Shay Sparks with the Power of Investing in People podcast. 2 shows this week. First up, Casey Berman. Have you been considering leaving your job and starting something new that brings you more joy? Casey Berman, recovered attorney, shares his steps on leaving your job behind. This is really big, and I think you're going to start seeing a lot more of this. Just because of today, what's going on in today's world. Great episode with Casey. Next up, we got also part of the Power Investing in People podcast. Shay interviews Robert Rogers. Have you ever wondered what the difference is between your calling and your gifts? Oh, this was great conversation. Join the conversation with Shay and Robert as they dive into this topic and stepping out of your comfort zones. This was one Shay and I actually sit down and talked about for quite a while. This was a good episode. You got to listen to this. Both of them are good. That's this week's The Power of Investing in People podcast. Check that out. All right, another busy week with the Carry On podcast. All over the country, literally this week. First episode this week was Eric Montalvo and Elena Shemeneski, who joined. They both joined to talk about Lieutenant Colonel Stuart Scheller and Corporal Teo. Eric has been on the show before, and he was Corporal U's a lawyer, and then Elena is a huge veteran advocate, Marine Corps JAG reservist, and a mother. And they're talking about Lieutenant Colonel Scheller, who was the officer that called out the higher ups on how we left Afghanistan and stuff. So it's a very interesting episode, and it kind of ties into her second episode that we're going to talk about right now. Second show this week, she speaks with Mr. James Hutton, former presidential appointee serving as Assistant Secretary for the Public and in Intergovernmental Affairs, Department of Veteran Affairs, speaks on the Marine Corps publicly and public affairs campaign against Lieutenant Colonel Scheller. So it's very eye-opening. This is just the beginning of what's going on with this case. It's very interesting what's already transpired. If you want to know what's going on in more detail, stuff that you're not hearing on mainstream media, listen to the Carry On podcast this week. Check it out. Next up, we got Drop and Give Me 20. They're back at it. They're doing shows twice a month. Excuse me. This let me see here. Where did I wrong? There we go. Kelly Artis. Kelly is a 15-year military spouse and COO of Millie. So if you're a military spouse looking to start a business, this episode is for you. Kelly has had some great beginner tips and is here to share her experience and wisdom to help you along the way. So that is this week's Drop and Give Me 20 podcast. Check that out. Next up, we got the Arms Room. Every Monday, 2 p.m. Arizona time, you can listen to their newest episode. Excuse me. It's the most wonderful time of the year, folks. I don't know if you guys realize that, but it is. It really is, because this episode of the Arms Room, they're covering hunting season and the premier, the skills that you should be practicing getting you ready for hunting season, because hunting season's right around the corner. So I think this is my favorite time of year because I like being out in the woods and stuff. So check it out. That's this week's The Arms Room Show. Next up, moving on. Told you it's busy this week. Told you. Not Your Average Operator. This week, title is Dead Reckoning. Have you ever had a point in your life where you felt completely lost? I have. Yeah, absolutely. That you were in a position where you don't know exactly where you are, but you know where you want to go? Sure, right? We all have, I think. In global navigation, we can use what is called dead reckoning to find our approximate position. This is when you are in the air over an ocean or in a vast body of land that has little no reference points, and you have to rely on a formula of time, speed, distance, and drift. We must also make sure we are using the right north, whether it be true, grid, or magnetic. If we apply the wrong one, we can miss our mark or destination by miles. This is a great episode. Check this one out, because they talk about clarity and life's journey. So that's this week's Not Your Average Operator. Absolutely love this one. Well, let me see. Get caught up. Whoop, whoop. Nice, Lisa. Good. Tanya, nice. All right. Next up, we're moving on. Time to shine today with our man Scott Ferguson down in Florida, aka Fergie. Get your full spectrum connection to the natural world. This week he speaks with Rhett Taylor. He's the co-founder of NED, and Rhett talks about how harnessing your energy into the universe and getting kind of centered. Great episode. Check it out. Time to shine today. Next up, Ubaldi Reports. Go check them out over at Ubaldi Reports. You can catch them on their Facebook page. They're doing lives over there each week. The S3 birthday boy, 44 years old. 44 years old. I don't know if he's still on, so I'm probably saying that. JD this week. JD is going to break things down for you on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Arizona time. JD is going to break down the greatest athletes of all time to wear the number 44 in honor of his 44th birthday. Also, Kyrie Irving banned from the Nets. He did not want to take the vaccine, so the Nets banned him. John Gruden out as the Raiders coach. We just recently wrote an article on the HMG homepage, and we titled it the NFL Sacrifice John Gruden. Whether you agree or disagree with it, go check it out before you give you give your opinion on it. But it's a good article and it hits a lot of points. I'll leave it at that. I tried posting it and we got shadow banned for posting it. I'll post it in the threads here, but you got to read the article, and I'm curious to see what JD is going to say about it. He's also going to talk about the ALCS and the NLCS begin this weekend. Plus, it's week 6 of the NFL. Do the Cardinals stay undefeated? And which division leader is on alert for the biggest upset? All of that, plus the NHL and the NBA season predictions, sportsbooks, parlays, and a whole lot more. Again, that's every Saturday at 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Who do we got here? We got this Tony Abrascato. Tony, good morning to you, brother. How are you? I forgot the bow tie, man. Thanks, brother, for jumping on. And JD, I am at 2 minutes. Try like 2 years younger than you. Anyway, moving on. Last, certainly not least, we got Your Six at 6 every Sunday night with the People's Patriot Project. If you go to their Facebook page, the People's Patriot Project, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, they do a live roundtable. It's awesome. Make sure you check that out. We would not be here if it wasn't for our sponsors. Huge shout out to 2A Republic. I got to give a huge shout out to my man Anthony over at My Tax Fellow. Listen, I had some questions this past week while I was on the road, and he reached out to me, made sure I had the answers that I needed, or at least guided me in the right direction. If you are a small business owner and you need your taxes done or you need help with bookkeeping, go check out My Tax Fella. Hands down the best in the business. Simper Savage, I'm telling you, it's the weekend. You want a salad dressing or a marinade? It's the best ones on the market. Go to Simper Savage. Check them out. Get you some. Short Mountain Distillery. Absolutely love our crew over there. As part of they work with our sister company, HMG Beverage. But Short Mountain, if you're in the Tennessee area, go to Short Mountain this weekend. Have dinner. Tell them that Adam sent you or the HMG sent you. Take the tour. You'll love it. And then pick yourself up some HMG bourbon or HMG gin while you're there. Attica Systems, Digital Trigger, Rick's Roasters. Love them. They also work with our sister company HMG Beverage to do our coffee line for us. First Aid Petroleum, and that is it. That's it. I'm done. Tapping out. That's all I got this week. Holy cow. Hold on a second. Somebody just jumped on. Nicole Miller. Woo. Nicole, how are you? I forgot the bow tie, Nicole. Forgive me. I was traveling all week. I put it in the wrong bag. I thought it was right here. It sounds like a bunch of excuses. It is, but I just forgot to grab it this morning. So please, everybody, forgive me. I will make it up to you next week with the bow tie. Tanya, we're actually working on those. Send me a private message, and I will let you know. Gabe, what's up, brother? We need to chat. Thanks for jumping on, man. I appreciate it. And Nicole, I'm not used to you coming on the Facebook side of it. That's why you just made my day. I love it. You all made my day today. Pointing out that I forgot my bow tie. I love that you guys are here each and every week just to ensure that Adam wears his bow tie while doing this. So, Dave, good morning. How are you? Thank you for jumping on. Miss you guys. I'm looking forward to coming back down there to the Hollow next week. And if that changes, text me and let me know. I don't want to show up and be the only one there. Tanya, you need more than one bow tie. Yes, I do. Hey, Tanya, that's a great idea. I think you just gave me some Christmas ideas. Bow ties. We're going to do bow ties this Christmas, I think. Vets in the Mist up next. Gabe, you got to, I don't know what it is with you in the shower stuff too. Stop. Listen, folks, thank you again for jumping on. I will have the links for all the shows here up in this thread here in the next probably 10-15 minutes. Have a safe weekend. God bless you. God bless America. I'll see you guys next week.